Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FMUF.
Murph.
Yay, we're back again. Again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again with the white vans. We know that we've been around quite a bit this week. Figured we'll do a bumper kind of period whilst we've got the keen going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, we will be doing these weekly into the future, but as for now, have some extra episodes.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to complain too much. We've had I mean, we already posted about it on different platforms saying how we hit 100 views on our first video, and but I can now say that as of this recording day, we have hit 200 total views across both of our videos, which I'm pretty impressed with within a week.
Yeah.
Within a week.
Seriously, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was more than we were expecting.
Our tiny minds are blown.
Yeah. Our
tiny nooblet minds can't handle my loud.
Yeah, it's just very frequent messages between just saying, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah. What the hap is fucking is pretty much the commonality.
Just every time there's a new subscriber, just
oh no.
What?
Legit. Why do you like talk about things? What? Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep making them. We keep making them even if no one was watching them.
Very true.
So this is just a nice, happy little accident, I guess.
It is. Okay. Also, speaking of messages, we've had quite a few people trying to guess what FMUF means, and we can say officially that we have a winner. We
have people who have guessed. So should we list through ones that have been guessed?
Yes.
And then we'll announce which one of those is the victor. I've got them all written down here, in fact. All the suggestions that I've got. Have you got them as well?
I haven't got that many, so
okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the first one that we received, or that I received first, I don't know if you got one before this, was "Fuck my ugly fuck," which kind of starts. It sums it up. That's like that. They don't get much better from there. But that was from Beth.
Yeah.
Yep. I was expecting a slightly more PG response from Beth, but no.
No.
That's where her mind went. I guess she knows us.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Have you got one you want to read out?
So one of them actually was from my uncle earlier this week,
God.
who got as far as "fuck my."
Yeah, well, that's a good start.
Sure, like you. Yeah, I mean, again, clearly he knows me.
They know, yeah.
And like by extension, apparently you as well. No,
yeah.
It's good. All good shit. All good shit.
Nice. Sam, who I've mentioned in both the previous podcasts, is famous at this point.
Yeah.
He guessed two, actually. He had two suggestions for me. The first one, I like both of them, actually. In fact, his second one is my favourite.
Yep.
Out of all of them. But the first one was "Fight me, you fuck," with the U being the letter U.
I forgot about that one.
That was good.
Man. That was so good.
And his second one, which I've said is my favourite, was "Friends, Monsters, and Utter Foolishness."
Oh, see, no, I'm just mad that Sam wasn't on board to be our like PR rep for this shenanigan, because both of those are just freaking fantastic.
I know.
Oh man, if we ever rebrand.
He knows me better than I know myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great ones.
Good job, Sam.
You got any more?
I'm pretty sure you actually have all of them.
Oh, right, sorry. I think I just send you throughout the week, but I made notes. Yeah.
He'll deal with it.
Ash sent me one that was "funny messed up fox."
Legit.
You know,
again,
true, accurate to the 11th degree. I've got a one I like here, which is "Fuck Me Up Fridays" from my other half, Lauren.
Boy.
And then we also got a whole host of people guessing "Fuck Me Up Fam."
Do you want to reveal, or shall I?
Yeah, the people that guessed that were Daniel, Danny, and Lauren again. And we can reveal.
Ding 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 ding
ding ding ding ding. That is the correct answer.
Well done.
Yep.
You did it.
You did. We do have a PG name, which is "Froth Me Up Fam." However, I don't know if you've listened to the first 5 minutes of any of our podcasts. However, that Ella likes to swear like a motherfucker, and so, so yes, it is "Fuck Me Up Fam," which is a loving quote. Like we like to call it the battle cry of the LARPers. Obviously, not everyone agrees, but
most of us.
Most of us will.
And definitely everyone on our friends list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a loving nod to that.
Yes, it was actually coined, well, as far as I know, from the lovely Danny Mines LARP celebrity
Love
herself.
celebrity, yeah.
Yeah. On the occasion of the most genteel beating up I've ever received in my entire life.
Yeah.
Which is where she was applying bruising and horrific scarring makeup to me as of the Saturday morning of Ashmount Future's End event.
Oh.
And yeah, she was applying this bruising and just kind of went, how bad do you want it? Full fuck me up, fam? Full fuck me up, fam. And so this has stuck with me over my many moons of LARPing since then. Yeah.
There you go. People have been begging me to reveal early the name.
Well.
Yeah.
No spoilers, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't want this key content being spoiled for your life. Welcome, guys.
Yeah. There you go.
There it is. There's the backstory to our podcast. I'm sorry.
I don't even think we really went through any other suggestions, did we? It was just, I think one of us suggested that, and all of a sudden we're like, yep, that's it, done.
I mean, to be fair, they're crack. Like, they got it. They got us. They know us.
Sometimes you get it right first time.
Yes. And sometimes when you self coin the fucking phrase, you see the acronym and you...
Yeah, it's not the most it's not the most normal acronym, is it? It's not like we took an actual word. It is FMUF.
I like it.
Me too.
I like it.
Me too.
Well, that's what matters, isn't it? We're very proud of ourselves. Cool. Yeah, so that's that thing. Now on to the actual podcast, which we have content for this time.
We always have content.
We always have podcast.
We always have podcast.
We always have podcast.
We are always prepared.
We are always prepared with exactly one podcast. Yeah, but the content for this episode is new players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a theme.
We have a theme, and this is on suggestion from our lovely friend Aaron Parsons, who gave me a call earlier this week.
The Sparky himself.
Toe Rag the Glorious. This goes out to you, my friend. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, cheers. And if anyone else would like to suggest any topics of discussion, questions, and such, either comment them on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how to get through to us. We are permanently glued to at least one of the social medias that we use for this, so we'll see it.
Yeah, legit. They're terrible, terrible people who are part cyborg.
Yes.
Yeah. So, new player things, stuff, and advice. Got any tidbits for him, Charles?
Do you want you can start us off?
Yeah. I'm
so you're the more experienced LARPer out of the two of us. So.
Oh God! See, this was revealed to me earlier this week, ladies and gents, and in-betweeners, and my loud, it shook me because I realised that I am indeed more experienced LARPer of this podcast's two people.
Yep.
Yes, terrifying realizations. But yeah, so advice for new players. If we're talking basic stuff, obviously don't want to go into LARP having spent out the ass for everything. Because LARP is an expensive hobby.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Once more for the people at the back.
Once more for the people at the back, you will sign up for a LARP and feel your bank account draining like you are looking into a void. Like it happens. But yeah, so with that in mind, there are many ways in which you can save some $1 on things like your kit, and just basic budgeting will help you.
Save money wherever you can.
Wherever you can.
A lot of it's going to be going out, so them savings rack up.
Yeah. And then for kit things, you can go to advocate very strongly charity shops. Actually.
God sends.
Yeah, they will be your life and savior.
My first LARP costume was 90% charity shop, and what wasn't charity shop was Primark.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we should do a bit of a Twitter post after this podcast. I will try and whip some together of mine and Charles's first ever costumes.
Oh no,
and
really?
Kit. Yes, because the people need to see it. and also because mine was also literally 100% stuff I had either around the house or something from a charity shop. All of it bar the weapon. Which
I didn't agree to this.
Too bad. You're in it now. You sunk deep in it.
In it to lose it.
Yeah, you're in it now. Too bad. Deal with it. Nobody talks about Fight Club. Except everybody talks about Fight Club. So yeah, there's that.
No
got
Fight Club.
Your charity shops, your Oxfams, things that you'll actually want to look out for whilst you're on this little spree is bowls, tankards, icy cutlery if you want.
Oh, bougie.
Yeah, I mean, like, because all of these are super duper freaking cheap.
Yeah, it's true.
My first ever tankard was like £2 from Dorothy House. Madness.
Madness.
Absolute madness. Lovely thing as well. So yeah, you do find LARPy gems in charity shops because other LARPers like charity shops.
Yeah.
So a lot of it will end up there.
There's a market for them.
It really is.
Yeah, you find stuff you're not expecting, and you gotta have a certain mindset. You're not gonna find a fully made tunic in your local British Heart Foundation, but you will see material that'll be the perfect color, the perfect thickness, whatever, and you will be there'll be a lot of cannibalizing existing bits of clothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Belts and bags and stuff are always pretty good and standard. As standard will come as you need to use them. But yeah, for example, what I did for my whoa, voice crack. Wow. Hello.
Going through puberty
That's
again.
staying in.
Oh boy. Oh, don't leave that one on the cutting room floor. That's a gem.
All right, yeah. So my first sort of tunic, inverted, like hovering, inverted commas. Jesus, sorry, that shook me. Oh.
Hovering commas. Hashtag hovering commas.
Hovering
no, I like
commas.
that. Hovering commas will now be the thing from here on out. It's no longer inverted commas.
All right, I'm not an English student. Okay.
No. I'm coining this now. Au contraire, mon frère.
My first tunic in hovering commas.
Hovering commas. Oh,
was a long-sleeved, oversized, baggy sort of baby. Oh God, what's happening to me? God. From the top, all right. Hey, this is welcome to FMUF. This is the 3rd episode.
We're professionals. Yeah, sorry guys. Puberty is obviously hitting Charles again in the face with a sledgehammer. Currently.
Just gonna have a drink.
Yeah. Quick, drink away your shame. Drink away your shame with your hovering commas. All right.
As I was saying, my first tunic, hovering commas, was a very large, baggy, long-sleeved shirt from Primark. And all I did to it was you cut off all the edging, where it's been folded over and made to look modern, binding or whatever. And then I found this awesome old skirt that was sort of made of panels of suede leather. And all I did was cut them off. I mean, you'll see when we post the photos on Twitter, but and I sort of just attached them to it to give it a nice leather look. And then you also just cut a little bit down the collar line and put some twine in there, so it looks like it's sort of bound up. That was it. And so the Primark shirt cost pittance, and then this charity shop found the skirt, which I still have material to this day because it was a huge skirt. Was nothing as well, and yeah, so just keep an eye out, and you will have to butcher a few things, but
absolutely,
yeah, just be looking for the right color, the right material, and lots of it, preferably.
Yes. You have extra as well. If you can get extra, that is a win-win. Because
there's nothing worse than using the last of something and thinking you run out and you want more of it. I mean, having like pieced together kit is cool and stuff, but you do want to make sure you have spare of materials to use later on.
Oh, definitely. So like, obviously, if you want to live dangerously, it's chill, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. Because again, it's sort of a low investment first kit. You don't need to go crazy. If you don't have enough for spare material, don't freak out about it. But yeah, as we were saying about cannibalizing things, my first set of braces, which I still use to this day actually, is legitimately a belt which I found in a charity shop that had sort of like plate mail effect on it. Cut that up, stuck it on some pleather, sewed the pleather, and just put some shoelaces in it and went from there. And they've turned out to be, I've used quite a few characters now. Going to be updating them soon because they are very, very cheap, pleather, and fall apart.
Yeah, but they look the part though. They work.
They do.
Definitely.
Like they do work. So I was using them for the past event for Empire, and they held up very well until the last day, which I was very proud of.
They did fall apart in the end, didn't they?
They did. I was like, well, they're gone then. Never mind. Rip.
But yeah, at least you made them yourself, and since you put them together, you're probably more confident in repairing them yourselves and stuff like that. So
absolutely,
it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's another thing. You can absolutely have something that you make for a quick fix bit of kit, and then just like use them if you don't have time or money to update kit later. You can use them again. It's absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just fix them as best you can, and if they survive until the end of the Sunday battle, you're Gucci, because at that point you can take them off and go have a drink.
Exactly. That's the last time you'll need them.
Yep.
Unless you're a character that likes to wear armor all the time.
Like you special bean. Your
part of the character. Do not mock my RP.
I will always mock your RP. You know this. It's RP to mock your RP at this point.
Wow.
My buddy.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. We're terrible.
I have a great piece of advice.
Oh,
I'm very proud of myself.
Oh wow.
You'll see.
Hyping yourself up for this. Can you deliver though?
So I I like to say that Empire is a good first system because this isn't just going to be me repping Empire. This is just the start. This is just the start of the story.
Okay.
It's because it's a good system because it you can sort of get involved as much or as little as you want. And if you find a quiet corner with your friends or whatever, people won't mind too much if you have a little out of character moment just to catch your breath. No one's forcing plot on you, etc., etc. So it's a good system to get started with. And you know what's also great? We've mentioned it already. Is that LARP's an expensive hobby, right? Did you know that at Empire you can use the discount code?
Oh, this is what you're doing. I see how it is. So, I get you. I see you, Chainmail boy.
There's a discount code you can use that's in no way affiliated with myself, though I will gain no credit from me using it.
Boy.
No.
You can't say that.
I'm not committing with this. I just couldn't resist.
Okay, good. Oh no,
yeah,
I say good.
But following on from this, to make a serious point out of it, systems that offer discounts for first-time players and student discount, as well as concessions for other things like military and such, are brilliant to look out for.
Hell yes. Because again, for Empire, you got your discount codes, and then you can apply your student discount.
Exactly.
Which is fucking beautiful.
Amazing. Which means that, because obviously the first-time discount, as it sounds, only first time, obviously, but it also means that for your first ever event, you get to try it out relatively on the cheap. So you don't fork out a fortune to decide if you even like the hobby itself.
Yeah, it's 45 quid I paid for my ticket, I
think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and
as opposed to whatever it is for without the discount. Like 75?
60 or 70, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a funny moment as well of waiting in the line for gods and then getting into the tent itself and just strolling on up to the concessions line and realizing it was way shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
Really funny. I found that funny, but that is because I am a petty motherfucker.
The funny thing is that you can actually send them your student card before the event to then get it put in the normal queue, but that queue is a lot longer. So
yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. It's an idea.
Yeah.
It's just not a good one.
But yeah, that was my lovely tidbit of advice.
You actually have a discount code for you.
I'm not going to throw it out.
You can leave it in the comments.
I'll put it in. I'll put hours in the description if you would love to check out Empire. But feel no way obliged.
Yep. There we are. That's good. Otherwise, you can use like Chris and Trots, Smith Trots.
I don't need it.
Yeah, true. They've probably got like 5 years of events paid for by now.
Yeah.
But still, if you wanna, you can go and use theirs and pay more events for cat films.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Donate to have films.
Donate to feed your YouTubers. Boy.
But sort of on that vein, having someone who having someone who's already in the hobby is great. Being invited in, obviously that's very circumstantial. Not everyone has that. But going at least with someone.
Yes.
Going with a group or just at least one other person is always a great idea.
I would especially suggest this for the bigger systems.
Oh
Yeah, so sort of in the smaller, smaller systems such as Future's End, or more community-minded systems, and where sort of everyone is a lovely little field family. People know each other. You can get to know the community online before you go into the game.
That's a big yes. I
Yes.
always recommend that.
Yes, get to know people on the Facebook page, chat to people on the Discord. Just get involved.
Because
get amongst it.
people are lovely, and the moment they see a new player, everyone has been a new player to LARP at some point in their life, and so they will know how terrifying it is if you don't know anyone, or even if you know a few people.
Yeah.
So they will reach out and offer you help, guidance, someone to RP with, a bit of character links. All the above.
Take you under their traumatizing wings and nurture you into your own little ball of roleplay hysteria. And yeah, so that's great. And sort of the smaller systems that works perfectly for. But you run into the big fest systems like Glory and Trust or Empire, and all of a sudden it's such a big field, and there's so much plot that you go in alone and you're going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, especially as a new player, if you're not sure what you're doing, it's really intimidating.
The game, obviously, because they are so big, there are thousands of players. It has to be skewed in such a way where being in a group has benefits. So, getting more resources, being able to pool resources and stuff, and therefore it means that if you are a new player, it can be a little overwhelming and feel like you're just a small drop in the big ocean, can't really make too much an effect on the world.
Yeah.
And that's just it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something to bear in mind.
Thing.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've got a group, you've got a microcosm in which you can interact.
Yeah.
So sort of you can make an impact in your own little monoculture, your little microcosm environment of your tiny little LARP bubble, and then you could expand out from your LARP bubble and touch other bubbles and make it a bubble party. This metaphor overextended, but
it did a little bit.
We ended up in
LARP is like a bubble bath.
LARP is like a bubble party, Charles. So yes, you're running around in this massive bubble party, and some people in those bubble parties you may find disagreeable, or you may not want to be around them, or they may say something not so nice to you. If that happens,
fuck them.
Yes. A, fuck them, and B, you're probably going to run into that more at large systems.
Yeah, there's more people, therefore you're going to find more assholes.
Yes.
So that's it.
So that is another reason I would suggest having a group, simply so that if that does happen, you can retreat back to your group, you can retreat back to somewhere where you've got people, you've got RP waiting, you've got an OC chat and a hot drink or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, just put measures in place, ensure your own OC comfort. Because if you run into something that, well, if it gets to you OC, then you're probably not going to have the best weekend. So going into LT or Empire prepared with a group is it's a good way to ensure that you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. Following on from that, people are super willing a lot of the time to, like we mentioned already, take new players under the wing. So even if you are coming by yourself, contacting people through social media and such, well, they will. This is how it worked out for me. At Empire, there's a Facebook page for each individual nation, and so I posted in the Wintermark one, my nation, posting saying, "Hey, I have me and my friend here. Because I did come with someone, but it's like we have no idea what we're doing. We've never LARPed before, have vague amount of experience with tabletop, don't have weapons or anything. Literally just got soft kit. That's it." And there were a whole host of people saying, just come along to so and so hall. We'll give you a hot drink, look after you, give you some advice, maybe kit you out for the fights and stuff, so you can try out the battles. And one of those groups, Dunhath Hall, is now my hall. I love them to bits. They are now my family, both in character and out of character.
Aww.
So yeah, good things come off. But obviously, a lot of the time, people will recommend meeting halls in character and them approaching you in character. It's always good to not necessarily just jump on the first that you get offers from, because they have to be right for you. You have to be right for them. So and so.
Oh, definitely.
It just so happened that it worked out for me.
Right. I had a rather similar experience with LT actually. Because I am part of a group called the Auxilia in the Griffins faction, and allowed, was it a good decision? Just people who invited me to it, I know them from Future's End.
Mm-hmm.
And I got there and just felt so welcome. And because LT, again, it's a huge field, it's really overwhelming. You're walking in and there's the guilds and there's like world plot running around, and I got effect fade by a chaos demon within like 2 hours of entering the game.
What is happening?
Yeah, exactly. And just sort of had to go back to the auxiliary tent and be like, I feel alright. Do I need to sit down? Am I okay? Am I gonna die? It's like, no, baby,
you
have
walked
a beer.
in and said, I don't feel so good.
Charles, no! Get out. Leave, get out. Go on. Shoo. There's the door. Don't you cackle at me. Don't you cackle at me. See, like, here's the thing. Charles likes to believe that I'm the evil one. He's the one with that laugh. He's the one with that laugh, and he's the one who makes chronic references such as the aforementioned. So I think we all know, lovely listeners, who's
I'm
the
subtly
real evil. You're just pure full-on evil. I'm just an asshole. You're evil.
All right, I'll take that.
Anyway,
wear that badge with pride.
Anyway, Charles's latent supervillainy aside, yes, it was fantastic to sort of go in and have a little nook in which I could go and have like a day beer and a nap at points. Or if I needed a break from sort of massive icy shit that was going down. And then I had a completely different experience at Empire, where I didn't go in with a group.
No.
But instead went in with character links. Another way you can do it.
Yeah, it's a great way of doing it, yeah.
Yeah, so if you are approached by groups and you're not so sure on them, or if you do want to do what we said before and make your groups sort of happen in character, that's absolutely fine. What you can do is set up links with other characters, set up links with your friends who are also going, and then when you get IC, you have sort of hooks to riff off of.
Yeah.
You
can just sort of approach someone, and rather than it being, oh, nice to meet you, it's, oh, I haven't seen you in ages, and then from the get-go, it's not an awkward hello, it's a reunion, which is a lot more easy to riff off in character RP with.
I mean, yeah, it's either oh, I haven't seen you in ages, or it's Pep.
Yeah, it's Pep.
Pep, you're here.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
One of us has to die here.
Yeah, I'd recommend first time having positive character links with people, and then as you get more confident, have negative ones.
Yes,
where you can shout at them when you see them.
Absolutely, it's fun to try out both.
It's very fun.
Super fun, and it can go ways that you really don't expect. You can end up stabbing each other. You can end up giving each other a hug. It's a marvelous experience. But yeah, so with that, you won't have as much sort of OC security, I'd argue. As in, you won't have sort of like a set icy place to go and duck into and like have an OC moment.
Yeah.
But it does have its perks if you don't want to dedicate yourself to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so there are many ways you can go about it, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Just make sure you're not alone. It's very difficult from an alone standpoint without LARP experience to get involved. So whatever you do, whether it's joining a group, having an offer from a group, meeting a group in character, or just having links with individual characters, have someone you can talk to right from the get-go.
Yeah, it will just make your game a lot easier. And also then make sure that you probably want to come back, because those links will probably spawn some really stupid things.
Yeah, definitely.
That happen later down the road, and you're like, well, I got to come back and see this through now.
Yep, can't leave it on a cliffhanger.
Nope. No, go have fun. See what happens. See what stupid shit you can do, and then tell us in the comments below. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. What is the stupidest thing that you have ever done at LARP?
Ever. What was the stupidest thing that happened at your first event?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. So many stories. So many. Actually, do you want to answer this one?
What?
Do you want to answer that one?
What stupidest thing that happened at my first event?
Yeah.
Oh man, my first event. Well, I got it goes back to last episode. We talked about self-care at LARP. My first event was a 30-degree heat wave in the summer, and I did not drink nearly enough, nor stay shaded nearly enough, and so I almost got heat exhaustion. Oh, I did get heat exhaustion, didn't get heat stroke, thankfully. But yeah, not self-caring at LARP. Not an in-character thing that went badly, but very much an out-of-character thing that went badly. Look after yourselves, people.
Don't be us.
Yeah. In-character-wise, honestly, my first event was pretty chilled out. Yeah, nothing too much, nothing too drastic. Yourself?
Oh, well. So as Alpha mentioned on this saga that we've got going, my first ever event was Future's End 3. 3? Yes, 3. Yeah, there we go. How many events has it been? No, it's the third one. Where we were number 3. Where it was just absolutely insane from start to finish. The craziest thing I probably did. God, there's so many things I could do. But I think one of the maddest things that I will remember till the day I die in my LARPing career is literally rocking up to this event, this superhero event of this crazy hobby called LARP, which I decided to get into for some reason, and having the new player skirmish happen literally as soon as I walked in. So we went from the new player briefing / sort of introduction straight into our first skirmish. And it was just an incredible experience because straight away you're thrown into the combat. You've got monsters coming at you with rifles and freaking...
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and you've got a hostage situation in which other players are being held hostage and you have to rescue them.
Boy.
Yeah, actually Leon was one of the people we rescued in that mission.
Oh,
Hi Leon, if you're listening.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi.
What you doing?
Good on Legion. How are you? How's your day? Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
yeah, exactly. Comment section, it's there. And yeah, so that happened, and just one of the most memorable things from that skirmish was me standing in the way of this like 6 foot, absolutely stacked, lovely guy on the monster crew playing an evil as fuck mercenary, and just all 5'4" or some shit of me standing there with my baseball bat in his way, and I just look up and fucking grin at him.
Nice.
And he knocks me into the floor, obviously. But like, it was just that moment of being like, you're glaring at me, you could muller me into the floor, I'm gonna grin at you. And in that moment, character concept was finalized.
Yeah, that sounds more normal to me, having met your character. But if this was their first moment of bullshittery,
that was her first ever moment of, hey you, big scary dude, fuck you.
Over here. Oh shit.
Over here, yeah. Hey, guess nice sword. Be a shame if I stood in its way. Oh. Yeah. So. We want to hear about your shenanigans, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, and just shenanigans all the time.
Also, if I am being subjected to having to post my first character costume ever on Twitter, I would love it if some of you guys could follow suit.
Yeah.
Just to save the embarrassment.
Yeah, start a thing going. That could be funny.
It would. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Everybody's
curious,
first
because a lot of people we have LARPed with, their costumes and kits are incredible.
Oh,
and
yeah.
most of the time self-made as well. And I would like to see where they started, just to make myself feel a little bit less crap.
Yeah. Oh my god, just some of the people at LARP, they are talented off the wazoo. Allowed. There have been quite a few times where I've walked past a player and thought they were an NPC simply because their kit was on par with top level sort of monsters that you'd see knocking about.
Yeah. On that vein, though, just never be too intimidated to start making your own stuff, because boy does it save money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't done sewing or anything to do with making like clothing. In fact, I've never made any clothing before until I started LARP. I hadn't sewed anything since like pre-GCSE level. And so I then decided, I was like, tunics are really expensive. You know what isn't expensive?
What?
Charity shop fabric, or charity shop clothing you can then turn into fabric.
Yeah.
And then through the magic of the internet, have access to 1,000,001 templates for making clothing, especially tunics, because they're dead simple.
Yes. Oh god, so true.
Yeah, they're just. I think the one I made was literally just like 2 sets of rectangles and a set of squares, and then you just stitch it all together. And yeah, you're gonna make a few mistakes, and you're gonna stab yourself with a few pins, but it saves you a lot of money, and it's a skill that you can then develop. Like, I've now made another tunic, and I've got plans to make a lot more kit, and I'm gonna get, you know, I'm really enjoying it as a way of being artistic when I cannot draw or paint or do any of the conventional art sort of means.
I disagree with you on that front. I've seen a character head thing that you drew. That was good. Shut up before I come and hit you. But yes.
Well, yes, sure.
That's another thing that I think is important to mention, is that you don't have to freak out about the patterns, because literally everything is on Google.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go and buy a tunic pattern or any of that. You can literally Google it, or if worse comes to worse, turn one of your shirts inside out.
Yeah.
See how it was made. You can replicate that.
Exactly. A tunic is just a fancy, long, often potentially trimmed T-shirt. Like,
absolutely.
The idea came from somewhere.
Yep. Just bullshit your way through it, because literally LARP is bullshit your way through things.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. Bullshit the LARP.
None of us know what we're doing. That's the secret here. Even people who've been doing this for 50 years have no idea.
Yeah, it's all improvisation from the RP to the kit.
Exactly. So don't be intimidated, and
not at all.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, and there's nothing greater than kitting yourself out with stuff you made or stuff your friends made. It feels a lot more personal. Feels like you can add a little bit more story to it.
Absolutely. It's like a funny sort of ha-ha type thing where you see people running around with the exact same tabard, and you're just like, I made this.
Yeah.
That's one like me. Special.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, man. Oh no. Thundercats, go!
Yeah, cheeky High School Musical reference.
Yeah! Yeah. You probably rediscover a love for creating random tat that you can wear, I see.
Definitely.
One or two statement pieces also.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make entirely new kit for every game, as well as the beauty of it.
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah, just like
I've seen people post that. They've been like, "Oh, I feel really bad because I don't have, you know, the time or the money to buy this new kit." Would people feel, you know, would it annoy people if I use the same piece of kit for 2 different characters and 2 different systems? I'm like, God, no. Like, it's a different character, you know. As long as there's, I mean, even if there isn't like different defining features, even if your characters look the same, people aren't going to blame you. Not everyone is Mr. Moneybags.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you're proud of a piece, why not reuse it? You don't want to, like, LARP events are frequently max about 4 times a year. If you made something you're proud of, get the use out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Good lord. It is one of those things where you're just kind of like, no. If people are calling you out on this, people are being jerks about it, they have absolutely no reason to be.
Yeah, refer to our previous section where we said dickheads, fuck them.
Exactly. There's the cardinal rule of this podcast. Dickheads, fuck them. But not literally, because you don't want that shit. You don't want it. But yes, if you have a piece of kit that you're proud of, or you can't afford new kit for every single game you go to, for the love of Jeebus Biscuits, reuse kit.
Juicy crust.
Juicy crust. For the love of Juicy Crust, reuse kit. You can make statement pieces. Well, nothing. If you want to make like a flower crown, just massacre an old flowery piece, like sandals. You can massacre sandals with little flower adornments on them and stick that to a headband, and suddenly you've got a flower crown. You know?
Yeah, I think like scrapper vision, as it were, like, you know, spotting things you can butcher and cannibalize is a developed skill.
Yeah.
But, you know, start early. Head to a charity shop. Be like, yeah, like you said, you know, all those sandals have some flowers on there. Mine. Putting them on a flower crown and, you know, mix and match, turn it into a badge, turn it into a brooch or something, you know. Easily said and done.
All of this. And also then it's another rep for sort of wasteland and post-apocalyptic systems.
Ooh.
Because cannibalizing things is the name of the game, dude.
Definitely. Yeah.
It will make a lot of sense for you to look like you've cannibalized everything from a trash sort of skip in your backyard, because that's
so why not actually do it?
Exactly, because that's probably what your character did, so don't feel shame in doing it.
Get in character whilst making your character.
Exactly. I mean, what's better than that? You want to talk about immersion? We got you some immersion right the fuck here.
Dumpster diving.
Yeah, dumpster diving immersion, repping that Future's End scheme right now with our dumpster diving street trash superheroes. We need more of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
If you're a new player coming to Future's End, join us
Be
in
a
Team
hobo.
Trash. Be a hobo with us. It's fun. We will look after you, and you will probably get invited to the super secret warehouse of doom.
Oh dear, that's big words. Don't want to get their hopes up. And also, I want to talk about this.
Oh.
Speaking of Future's End, inviting people to be certain characters. You may remember in the previous podcast, in my On Your Left segment, I talked about the creation of the character Pan Man and his sidekick Alfrond. We had a taker, not only than Tess herself commented saying she would be my Alfrond. So thank you very much.
We love you, Tessa.
Yep.
Although, for flip's sake, stop encouraging him.
See you at Future's End.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway.
Sorry, I had to mention that.
No, that's great. That Ella will remember this.
Yeah.
Telltale. Yeah. Right. We've got. I have a list. I had a list. Charles, do you know I have a list?
You made a list. I'm so
have
proud.
A list. I know.
We're really professional here. We're learning and we're taking feedback into account on our 3rd episode, and we're still really, really bad at this.
Look, we talk about our lists because we like lists, alright? Oh, also, that's another thing that I found, actually. New players, guys, make lists of stuff. It's good, it's useful. If you're packing, make a packing list. Don't do a Charles.
Speaking from experience, make a goddamn packing list.
Make a big packing list.
Find one online. That people have made hundreds of LARP and basic camping ones. Just follow it religiously. Do not forget your sleeping bag, or pillows, or duvet.
Charles.
The more bedding, the better. No bedding sucks.
No bedding sucks. Also, so actually, I have an advice for a specific one that you might want to pick up, because I've been using it since my convention days.
I might make a note of this too.
MangoSirene is a cosplay YouTuber, and in her video, What to Pack for a Convention, she actually puts a PDF in the description box to an actual packing list that she's made for a child. And because of the different segments it's got at the top of the list for different characters, I found that really useful for LARP, because you can have like your primary character kit, backup character kit list if you have one, and then your monster kit list, which is usually just like a black shirt.
Yeah, some base layers.
Yes. So I found that very helpful. So if that's something you want to
pop
chase
a link
up.
to that video in the description.
True. That's very true. That's something we can do now. Oh my goodness. Technology.
We have the power.
Magnets. How do they work?
Oh, I don't know, but I can tell you about YouTube.
Bill Nye. Get on it. Answer our questions. Oof. Right. So we also have another return of our favourite segment.
Oh,
on
I
this
love
show.
this segment so much. On your left, God, beautiful love child of ours.
Yeah.
This turn it is returning to your turn to answer, and I came up with this. Not this time, you didn't have 2 weeks to think of an answer. You had 1 day. I provided you with this the day before recording yesterday. So, oh no, this isn't the Bluebells. This is a different one. Oh no,
very specific.
You have become stranded on a deserted tropical island. How do you use the object to your left at the time of the question being asked to survive or escape?
Right. So
talk us through this.
My reply when Charles sent me this was, "Oh, you shark bucket," because I looked to my left again, where I was diligently tapping out my assignment, banging my head against the keyboard and hoping something came out.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 500 milliliter Dr. Pepper bottle.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Refilled with water. I know. See, this is where I have an issue now, because this tiny Dr. Pepper bottle is the new Messiah.
Yeah.
This tiny Dr. Pepper bottle is all I have left in this life.
It's true. You're surrounded by salt water, and you have, what, 500 milliliters?
Yes.
Of fresh water. Was the water from the jug?
On an island. It was from the jug.
Fantastic.
I have a jug in my house.
So it is at the moment. We'll say that it is ice cold.
Yes, it's frigid. I'm holding it to my burning face,
yeah.
Trying to tuck in beneath a palm tree.
But it won't be cold for long.
No, it's. I can see it crying out within the bottle with its tiny watery face. Obviously, I'm hallucinating already. It's all very sad.
Yeah, 5 minutes in.
Stuck on this desert island. Yes, so that is what I've done. How do you use the object to survive or escape? Well, first of all, well, right.
You've tuned in to Survival Tips with Bear Grylls and Ella and Charles.
Yes, this is Bear Grylls. Help me. How do I do this?
Step 1: drink your own piss.
Even though you have a bottle of water. Yes, exactly. So what you do is you kill a fish. First of all,
you kill a fish. Do you want to talk us through how you do that?
Okay. So, first of all, every time I can't believe I'm doing. Okay, you have a rock. You find a rock.
Okay.
And it's a really sharp, pointy rock. Yeah.
All right.
It's a nice, pointy, sharp rock.
That's lucky.
Yes. I use my luck feat to re-roll my investigation check and find it. And then I'm going to roll a dexterity check because I obviously brought a dice with me as well. And then I'm going to tie the rock to a stick.
Okay.
With something probably. I'm going to say that there's twine. There's twine. Yeah. Anyway, I've done that. It's Minecraft. I found twine.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I deserve prouds. Yes, I am good at this.
So you've made a spear.
I made a spear, and then I'm going to go and stab a fish with my spear.
All right.
And then I'm going to lure a seagull.
All right.
And then I'm going to get the seagull.
Yes.
And I'm going to pet it.
Aw, wholesome.
And then I'm going to take the twine from the spear.
Yes.
Going to Then I'm going to take off the label from the Dr. Pepper.
All right. Okay.
Going to write on it, "Stuck on island, please help."
What are you writing that on with?
Dinosaur poo.
All right.
Sure.
Noted. Just question. Right? I don't remember there being a pen to your left.
Well,
so.
That or fish blood, Charles.
Fish blood. Okay, sure.
There
I'll
we
allow
go.
that.
You know what? Yeah. The blood of the fish which I slaughtered
with the
for
spear.
My seagull. Okay.
Yep. All right.
His name is Jimothy, and I love him. So I have my seagull called Jimothy.
Yes.
I have my Dr. Pepper with "Stuck on island, please help" written on in fish blood. I'm gonna tie it to the seagull's leg, and I'm going to send them away. Find hopefully a ship. And come to island, please help. And I really.
And you still have the water.
Yeah, and I still have the water. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the water, and I'm going to have a victory sip.
Oh.
And then I'm going to wait for a ship to come.
It's warm though at this point.
But it's still water, and then I'm probably going to drink the salt water for lols and go stir crazy and die. But
yeah.
I tried, and that is the main point. That is the main takeaway. And also, I have made friends with a seagull called Jimothy.
Jimothy?
I think I came out the winner in that situation.
So there's a few plot points that I would like to touch on. A few, maybe potential plot holes.
Right, okay.
This deserted island is in the middle of the sea.
It is.
And from what I know about seagulls is that they only go into the middle of the sea when they want to die. So Jimothy is probably about to swan dive into the... he's going to have his swan song, I think.
But I just gave him a hug.
Oh, well, maybe you brought him back from. Okay, this is pretty wholesome. Maybe he came out to the middle of the sea to die, as seagulls do. This isn't me being dark. Yep. And maybe you brought him back from the brink.
See, I'm accidentally a superhero now.
You are.
I am a seagull whisperer. You're welcome, conservation. Yes. Also, I'm very sorry to whoever Jimothy then goes on to steal the chips of. Because that will probably happen.
But he is a war hero, so he deserves it.
Exactly. I think you should all give Jimothy your chips, and also me, because I like chips. Also, I'm stuck on a desert island, so you should probably give me chips.
Please help.
Please help. Anyway.
Other than that, I'm pretty satiated by that, actually. I think you've done pretty well. That's not where I thought you'd take it.
Good.
My suggestion is you should save half of the label, and then when you finish the water, you should just put that in like a message in a bottle.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, I didn't do that.
No.
So I'll just have to put like the fish in there.
Just put some fish poo in there or whatever. You said dinosaur poo.
Dinosaur poo. and then hope that the cast of Jurassic Park finds it and gets really curious and decides to come to Dinosaur Island and set everything free, and then I'll get to yell at them.
Exactly.
Go, you fools!
Life
And
finds a way.
life finds a way. Or I just not escape from the island at all and just become a crazy island hermit.
Okay. What
Nim's
object
Island.
do you start talking to, like from Castaway?
Ooh. Probably the Dr. Pepper bottle.
Yeah, you draw a little
Probably-
face on it.
Yeah.
In fish blood.
I think you're a real doctor. I believe in you. I believe in you, Dr. Pepper bottle. Yes. And also, Jimothy shall be my friend.
What do you
forever.
call the Dr. Pepper bottle?
Harris.
Harris or Barris?
Harris.
Harris, lovely.
For that, yes.
Well, sir.
Well done. Come back to me at the turn of the tide. Yes.
I
If
think you did pretty well there.
I think I also did very well.
Yeah, you lured a sea. I mean, you got a fish,
Yeah.
and then you didn't eat the fish. You were smart about it. You lured a more versatile creature.
Yeah.
And befriended it.
Probably really upset with its life and just wanted to
You saved a seagull's
fire
life.
in the ocean. I'm the true hero of this piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not only did
welcome.
you save yourself, but you saved a bird.
Fish did not end up so well, and I am sorry that I had.
Yeah,
to
I was going to say
sacrifice
it was a
them to
life
the
for a
cause.
life at this point.
It was
What
you and me,
makes-
buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fight to the death, battle royale, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
I'm Jennifer Lawrence. I'm not Jennifer Lawrence. I don't fall over often enough to be Jennifer. Not that relatable.
Wow.
Rip.
Called out. Jennifer Lawrence, tell us how you feel about that in the comments below.
Fight me. Let's start some beef already. Third episode in, we're already winning.
Yeah.
YouTube beef with a non-YouTuber. Man, that's got to be like at least 10k subscriber level shit.
Yeah. Is that in the stretch goals now?
I think that's in the stretch
Okay, if we hit
goals.
10k subscribers, you hear it here first. Ella will have a have a
Jennifer
fight.
Lawrence.
with Jennifer Lawrence.
I think Jennifer Lawrence and me would be busy mates, to be honest. I think
Not
we-
anymore. You challenged her to a bare knuckle cage match.
But I've also challenged you to a fight, and here we are.
It's true. You're not wrong.
I've also challenged my girlfriend to a fight, and here we
Yeah.
are. So
Yeah, I'm surprised you survived that one.
true. That's every single weekend. That's every single Monday that this happens at self-defense. I've got no idea how I come out alive at any point, but it's fine.
Martial arts where you pay to get beaten up.
Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Because it was just,
Same as
there have
LARP.
oh, yeah. A few times where it's just me and the one experienced person, and you're just like, well,
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to walk for a week. Fabulous.
Nothing teaches you better how to not get hit by getting hit really hard. And that's transferable across every kind of fighting thing, whether that's martial arts, HEMA, LARP, whatever. Nothing makes you dodge out of the way quicker than knowing that it really hurts to get twatted.
Yep. And nothing makes you remember not to fire a gun by your ear than having one fired by your ear.
Is there a story behind that?
Several.
Okay.
Flintlocks, man. Flintlocks. I'm just
Not even once.
several times. Several billion times. And will continue to be used in the future several times. But yes, there have been a few times where either I've been standing too close to someone in an enclosed space and they've set it off, and I've been like, oh, I can't feel my face.
I now have tinnitus.
I know, don't have eardrums. This
Yeah.
is fine. Or there was that time when I got my own flintlock and I didn't realize quite how loud it would be, and I fired it, and then I regretted my life choices.
In what, an enclosed space?
My room,
Oh my god. No.
right by my ear. I was going to make it look really cool and fire it away from my head, and then I accidentally pulled the trigger like a nonce. So here we are. Lessons you learn: don't fire a flintlock by your face.
There you go. Some good first player advice for you.
Don't do it.
Don't be like Ella.
Don't be like Ella. That's always good advice.
Yeah, if you're playing a system that uses flintlocks or with caps presumably,
Yes.
cap firing guns.
Mhm.
Yeah, just don't do that right by your ear. They're really loud.
Like another thing as well, I guess, is have you ever had a gun sort of fired point blank at your face as like an RP thing?
No.
Yeah. because okay, cool. Because it does seem that I've either seen that happen a few times, or like it could happen, sort of thing, where someone wants to like RP having a final blow in with a gun and like shoot point blank in the head.
Yeah.
I've seen a good few ways of doing that, wherein the player shooting the other person, because newsflash, Nerf guns aren't that strong, but having one fired at your face point blank will still sting like a mofo.
Yes, it will.
Especially if you've got one of the big ones. Yeah, so, or if you've got a flintlock, again, that will hurt your face.
Yes.
So something that I found that was good that some people are doing is just pointing it and going, I'm shooting you now, or just saying bang.
Bang.
Saying bang instead. And they get the idea, they'll fall over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and in that way, it's another good bit of advice. If you are going to RP shooting someone in the face point blank, RP it, just don't do it.
Yeah, be considerate.
Be considerate. Rule 7 again, guys. Rule 7.
Yeah. And the lovely thing about LARP is, yes, you want to be in character and as immersed as possible. However, when you're in combat, no one will blame you nor hold it against you if you want to call someone out for hitting you too hard or doing something like shoot you point blank in the face. And likewise, it's very important to apologize if you think you've hit someone too hard and they're too big or too, they don't want to say it. So if you accidentally hit, you've not pulled your blow enough and you've hit someone right in the nose or something, and you can see them reeling from it. And I mean, some people react really well RP. However, you get the vibe it may have been an out of character reaction. It's always good to hold a hand up and just sort of like mouth sorry, or at least say sorry or something, just so they know it wasn't on purpose, and no one's gonna get upset that you broke their immersion.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very good point. Is that no matter sort of how much people bang on about immersion, how important it is to sort of keep the game flow, which it is. It's good. It's a good thing, Like you want to keep the game flowing. You want to encourage in-game interaction. However, when it comes to OC safety, do not compromise. Break that immersion.
Yep.
Say something. It is fine. New players, do not be afraid to do this. And dear Lord, don't be afraid to ask a ref, please.
Oh, they're there for a reason.
They are there for a reason. And they're usually extremely helpful, lovely people who will roll their eyes at you. But, it's out of love.
I mean, they're not just a pretty face. And a lot of them do have very pretty faces.
They do. But, they're lovely, lovely, wonderful people. Exactly. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, refs. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Keep on reffing.
Ref that game, yo! All good things.
Yeah.
Right, did we actually have any questions for today, or did Twitter run out? Because I think Twitter
was very disappointing.
Twitter was extremely disappointing.
If you didn't get any, I didn't get any either.
Oh, well, there we go then.
Wow.
Them's the breaks, kids.
Hey. You people that are listening, huh? Yeah?
You.
Yeah, you. If you made it this far into the podcast, well done. First of all.
Yeah.
How you doing? You having a good day? Let us know in the comments below. How you doing?
Let us know how you doing. We've asked the comments for so much. I'm so sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm really enjoying it though.
Yeah, it's really funny.
But anyway, another thing is we are running dry on questions to answer, and it's a good little thing we like doing. So if there's any questions, even if you know the answer yourself or you have an idea of the answer, you want to hear our take on it, pop it either on Twitter, in the comments, as we've mentioned like a million times, or Facebook us if you know us, and we'll answer it.
Yep. There we go. That is how it is. Okay, so that is oh. I have found some art questions.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Found something on the Facebooks.
So
apparently, hand-to-hand combat systems do exist.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So we have no experience with these.
No.
That's true. Yes. Goofy as hell, but basic combat rules to weapon combat, open hand fight. Yeah, that's cool. So how would you feel about that? Would you ever go for a hand-to-hand combat system, do you reckon?
It'd have to be someone I trusted. Just like at martial arts. Like, you go into martial arts and you trust the people there that they know what they're doing, or at least have a semblance of idea, and there is someone there who knows what they're doing. It would have to be someone I trusted a lot, who I knew had an experience of martial arts, knew how to pull their blows, wasn't going to just try and throw me and break my neck by accident, and likewise knew how to take a fall or break fall, or dodge out of an obvious punch for a bit of theatrics.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be averse to it. I would probably want to have a practice of it before we did it in front of people, because I reckon there could be some embarrassing moments of making it look a little bit too out of character and obvious.
Yeah.
But I've seen photos of player events where it's been done. Empire player events, actually, where the orcs have done hand-to-hand combat, and the photos really look awesome. It's them like picking each other and throwing each other and like doing punches. Now I'd love to see one to get a vibe of how they do it. But I love the concept. If it can be done well, it's an awesome spectacle.
How
about yourself?
I feel like it'd be something I'd want to engage with and find out more about in the future. But yeah, it's a tricky sort of dealio where you have to have the right amount of OC comfort going in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea if you've got a respectful player base and sort of the capability to run it safely. But yeah, it could be fun, because also you get that sort of at normal events and at some points. Like you say, with Empire, they have sort of the orcish brawling happening.
Yeah.
Or if that happens so much at mainlines where they've got the orcish brawling ring, does that happen?
I've not seen it personally, but I'm sure they probably do.
Yeah, and that looks fantastic. And then sometimes it's happened at a few events I've been at where my friends have gotten into sort of actual grappling with each other.
Yeah.
And that's been absolutely fine and consensual. And at any point, either of us could go, "No, I'm tapping out. No, oh, there goes me back." Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like it'd be interesting to see a game with an actual mechanic for it. But yeah, like the amount of times that I've seen it happen at games where it's not been in the rules and it's just been a case of rule 7, rule of cool, don't be dicks. Yeah.
Be safe, don't be dicks.
Exactly. And I feel like how that's been done is pretty good. So it's a funny old one where I'm not sure how much you need it to be.
It's not needed at all. It's not a requirement. It fits certain settings better than others. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, at Tenement 67, the combat is very basic. It's Nordic LARP, whatever. But there are fight pits in it, and there is a mechanic for it. However, they have said if you are comfortable with it, and both parties are comfortable with it, you can RP the fights. So I think that might be a system that's in place in T67. Might be wrong. It's probably not as extreme as actual hand-to-hand combat LARPs, but yeah, be interested to see if that is the case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
well, that's about it.
I am very curious, but we will have to wait and see.
We will indeed.
Yeah.
Woo! Done.
Whoa.
Cool. Have a woo. If you're still awake, now you are. You're welcome.
You have been woken up by Ella.
You have been wounded.
All right.
You've been wounded. Anyway, so we will hop off for this week then, shall we?
Yeah, this is going to be the time slot we try and keep to weekly now.
Yep.
We had a nice little bunch of them early on, but now we're going to try and make them a more consistent, structured thing.
We're going to morph them, and we're going to have a few special guests on into the future.
Yes, we have plans. We have a few guests lined up who I'm very keen to introduce at some point, but no spoilers. You'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be fun. I'm really excited for them.
Yeah, the plan is and looks like it will be get people who are known in their fields, in their
who aren't noobs
some
like
known
us.
more than others. In fact, some may be borderline celebrity.
Dude,
However, people who know a lot about their chosen fields and so can give better advice than us.
Yeah. So people who aren't noobs for you guys to
This is very much a
from.
noobs addressing Nubia Noobs podcast.
Yes, as
so
said
it'd be
by
nice
the,
to get some
by the
experience.
Momo O'Brien.
Yes.
Yeah, wrapping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good
Thank
fun.
you for tuning in for this third installment.
Yes.
I'm still loving making these, so we're going to keep making them.
So fun. It's so good. And yeah, keep interacting with us. We love hearing from you guys. It's been
Nothing better.
so good. It makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside. Of our dead souls.
And then we let that inside feeling out and scream at each other.
Exactly.
And everybody else.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes.
The fun moment when you end up screaming, actually out loud screaming on the bus at a view count, and then you get a lot of strange and concerned looks from little old ladies with Zimmer frames.
Definitely.
it's what we live for.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
So,
yeah,
keep making Ella scream out loud on the bus. Keep
Yes.
interacting.
Context. Yeah, thank you guys. We'll catch you next time.
Try to end this damn podcast.
On
Just...
Bye.
Bye.